Mr. Collins.
Right away, you can feel the weight in the courtroom. When a judge starts with count 1, it usually signals the most serious charge first, and in this case, it sets the tone for everything that follows. Stay with us because the sentencing structure here is about to escalate fast. The question is, how much time is this all going to add up to?
Count 1. Excuse me. Count 1, which is felony murder. Predicate act is aggravated assault. I sentence you to life without the possibility of parole. Count 2, which is violation of Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act. I sentence you to 20 years consecutive to count 1. Count 3, violation of Street Gang and Terrorism and Prevention Act. I sentence you to 20 years consecutive to count 2. Count 10, hijacking motor vehicle. I sentence you to 20 years consecutive to count 3. Count 11, violation of Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act. I sentence you to 20 years consecutive to count 10. Count 12, violation of Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act. I sentence you to 20 years consecutive to count 11. Possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. I sentence you to 5 years consecutive to count 12. Count 14, violation of Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act. I sentence you to 20 years consecutive to count 13. Count 15, which is a violation of Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act. I sentence you to 20 years consecutive to count 14. Mr. Collins, you have now been convicted of 15 felonies, but sentenced to 9 because 6 of them, by operation of law, either merge into the others or are vacated. I need to inform you, you have the right to seek post-judgment relief from your felony convictions by either filing a direct appeal to a higher appellate court or to file a motion for new trial. You have 30 days from the date I sign your sentence, which should be today or tomorrow, to file a motion for new trial to any or all of the felony charges. Mr. Clegg, are you going to file a motion for new trial and a notice of appeal?
I will file a motion for new trial within the next day or so, Your Honor. It will be a bare bones motion, as you well know. I would ask you to then appoint appellate counsel
Certainly.
on Mr. Collins' behalf so that he may preserve all of his possible remedies for appeal.
Certainly. Mr. Collins, you also have 4 years from the date your sentence is final to file a habeas corpus petition.
And just like that, it's over. Decades stocked on top of a life sentence, legally final but emotionally just beginning for everyone involved. Appeals will follow, motions will be filed, but for the victim's family, none of that changes the reality they're living with. And what happens next reminds us that sentencing isn't just legal, it's deeply human.
And as Mr. Clegg requested, I will be appointing you an appellate lawyer. Your appellate attorney will explain these processes, but I wanted you to be aware of the time frames. Anything else, Mr. Clegg?
No, Your Honor, nothing else.
Okay, Mr. Collins can go with the deputies.
Hope y'all happy.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Family, the family of Mr. Coleman, the family of Mr. Coleman, the family of Mr. Coleman, look at me, the family of Mr. Coleman, honor Bradley Coleman here. Honor Bradley Coleman. He is never coming back. Nothing that happens in this courtroom is going to bring Bradley Coleman back. Okay.
And just like that, it's over. A courtroom that, moments ago, was filled with counts, statutes, and legal language suddenly reveals something much heavier. Life without the possibility of parole, stacked with decades of consecutive sentences. This wasn't just a punishment. It was a statement that some decisions don't fade with time, they only grow heavier. The judge has done their job. The law has run its course. Appeals will be filed, motions will follow, and this case may continue through the system for years. But there is one thing that will never change. Bradley Coleman is not coming back. And that's where the gap between law and reality becomes painfully clear. Inside the courtroom, justice is measured in years, in charges, in sentences. But outside, justice is measured in silence, in the empty chair at the table, in the voice that will never be heard again. When a family breaks down and says he's never coming back, that's not just emotion. That's the final verdict, one that no judge can ever deliver. Moments like this remind us, crime isn't just a legal act. It's a ripple effect, a chain reaction that changes lives forever. Today, one man received a life sentence, but many others were given a lifetime of pain. And when those courtroom doors finally close, that's when the real story begins. So maybe the real question isn't how many years were given. The real question is, can any of this ever truly make things right? Or are there some losses that no sentence can ever fix?